Good morning, Anki Spondy peeps. This morning I wanted to talk about the cost of medications, especially while I'm actually going to talk about the cost of biologics and reimbursement. One of the things I have noticed from hosting this channel is that we have people from all over the world, which is really awesome. We have people from India, Australia, the US, Canada, just to name a few. And every place is going to be different as far as how you get access to these medications. Now, I'm not going to talk about how you get there today as far as how you get your doctor to actually give you the medicine, because that's not the topic today. What I'm talking about is, let's say a medication is recommended to you by your physician. It's a biologic. And then all of a sudden, well, I'll give you an example. In Canada, we do have a great healthcare plan that's funded by the government, but if you're between the ages of 25 and 65, you're on your own as far as any prescription medications. And then, just like in the US, where you need a private health plan, you would have a private health plan through work that would help you with your medications. In some cases, it would cover 80%, sometimes 70%, it just depends. And if you don't have a company that gives you benefits, then you have to pay out of pocket. So I just wanted to give a little background on that. So for instance, my medication here in Canada would cost $30,000. And one of the fears I had upon losing my job recently is, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do? Now, I have a lot of knowledge in this area because I'm in the industry, but I thought, well, maybe I should share this with everyone else, because I think based on the private messages I've had, people get really freaked out when they get prescribed these medicines because of the cost. And I think oftentimes we might overlook the fact that there's help out there for us. So I just want to encourage you to exhaust all your efforts on trying to get help before you decide that you can't do it if it's because of cost. So we're just talking about cost here. So any country you're in, there is going to be whatever medication you're prescribed. What you want to do is you want to look at who makes the medication. You can find that online. You can ask your pharmacist. And once you find that out, then what you do is you contact the company. Now, in Canada, the companies have what are called patient support programs. It may be called something different in the country or area that you are in. So you would look up online patient support program for blah, 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 like whatever the drug it is. And it's usually an 800 number, a free number, and you would phone and you would say, hi, my doctor's prescribed this medication for me. I'm concerned about the cost. What kind of options are out there for me? And what you will find is that in some places they'll have cost sharing. So if you have no insurance plan and you have to pay out of pocket, they'll have cost sharing based on your income, where the company will pay for part of the medication for you. There are also times when you have private insurance, but let's say it only pays 80%, where the companies will then the manufacturers will cover the difference in your copay. So they'll cover like that 20% of your 80%. So there's those kind of situations. There's also situations where some companies, especially now during COVID, will actually give you your medication for free if you got laid off because of COVID. So there are a lot of options out there. And in Canada, we also have a Trillium program, which is for people who have lower incomes and they don't have private insurance to cover them, but medications are expensive. So what these patient support programs will do, or even your pharmacist, will help you walk through how to register for these programs, how they work, how to get help. New Immigrant Services has special programs here in Canada. So there's a lot of ways to get help. So I just encourage everyone to go out there and look. And if you can't find a phone number for a patient support program, then just call the company itself and the main number and tell them what you're looking for, and they will point you in the right direction. And this goes for brand name medications and also for anything that might have turned into a biosimilar. So a biosimilar in the biologic space is a drug that is made by another company, similar to if you were taking a pill and a pharmacist says, oh, take a generic. So it's very similar, except in the injectable biologic area, there is some differences. So they call it a biosimilar, so people don't get confused between the two. But I'm just using it as an analogy that that's similar. So anyway, good luck out there. Please try not to let costs get in the way. And also another idea is contact your local advocacy group. Look up online. So if you've got RA, call the Arthritis Society. If you've got Crohn's or colitis, call the Crohn's and Colitis Society. So exhaust all your efforts to try to get something covered so you can have relief, because these medications were a life changer for me. I wouldn't be sitting here today still being able to work. I wouldn't be able to take the walks I take. I wouldn't be able to do the workouts. Like, it is a quality of life changer for me. And it makes me so sad when I get contacted from someone that wants to take these medicines but doesn't have access to it. And if you don't, and if your doctor doesn't think it's for you, then that's one thing. But if they have recommended it, please look into these things and feel free to message me if you need more information. Have a great day out there, and I hope by you it's not too cold like it is here. Take care.